Yeah, I was just going to address one at a time if that was okay.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess we'll start with diversity. Why is that an ought, though? That's just kind of question begging. You're saying, so here's the reasons. Well, hang on. Can I finish?
Well, you're the one that's question begging because you're saying, why ought we do it?
No. You say we ought to.
Yeah, I'm saying it should be taught in schools, and I just gave you 3 reasons, and you're saying that I'm question begging when you're the one that's asking.
No. You are. I can explain how. If you say we ought, the burden's on you.
Presupposing.
No, the burden's on you if you say we ought to do something to demonstrate we ought to.
Sure, and I just gave you.
You gave me your reasons, but why ought we follow those reasons?
Sure. Why do we have? Why is diversity important?
That's asking me a question, not giving me a should. No, okay, so sure. I'm not here to give you your argument. I'm here to listen to your argument.
Okay, sure. Because diversity helps individuals empathize. There we go. Empathize with different experiences that they may encounter with different kinds of people that they'll encounter within the world.
Yeah, but why is the empathy itself important? Why is that an ought? This just seems like it's circular.
Important? Why is empathy important?
Yeah, why is it an ought that we should follow to teach people to be empathetic? And the way that we do that is through teaching LGBTQ.
Why should we teach? Because queer people exist and their experiences deserve to be heard.
Yeah, but that's just an assertion. That's not really telling me why. It's just asserting that it's true.
And he's telling you why. What are you talking about?
No, it's not. I'll explain. For instance, if I were to say, do you don't want to let me respond?
I'm asking you a question.
I know, but I'm trying to respond to one that was asked.
About anyone but yourself?
Sure.
Can you tell me one person you care about other than yourself?
His wife.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not talking about someone you married. I'm talking about like any of your friends. Do you care about any of your friends?
Sure.
Do you suddenly stop caring about them once they say they're gay or something?
I think I would create some type of space between us immediately, yeah.
Oh.
So then
Thank you for telling on yourself.
Well, I don't understand. Telling what? The truth? Why is that upsetting?
No, that you're a piece of shit.
Well, I'm sorry. Why would that be problematic? Can you tell me why that's a problem for me to do other than you just don't like it?
What if they try to make a move on him?
Well, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not even concerned about that. I'm saying that where's the empathy for my moral oughts? So if I have a moral prism...
Well, your moral oughts are bigoted.
Well, hang on. Just let me finish. Hang on. I just let all of you guys finish. Let me finish. If my moral system says this is not moral inside of the framework that I follow, where's the empathy for me from my friend?
Well, have you ever heard of the...
No. Answer my question now, like I just answered yours.
No, I'm going to
No, you're not going to answer my question. Okay.
The paradox of tolerance. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, I think it's hilarious, yeah.
So you think you should just allow anything to happen?
Well, no, that's not what I said. I said I thought the paradox was hilarious. Well, no.
The paradox of tolerance states that you should not be tolerant of intolerance.
Which is intolerant.
That's the point of the paradox, Andrew.
Right. Hey, that's why I find it amusing.
No, Andrew, stop talking. Right. You're talking
Andrew,
about
are you just going to be a
moral
contrarian?
oughts. You're talking about moral oughts, right?
Well, I'm not being a contrarian. I have a different opinion.
Well, you are being a contrarian.
No, I have a different opinion. I don't agree with you. I'm supposed to be contrary because I don't agree.
He's a fake Phil, bro. That's the problem.
Yeah,
you're talking about moral oughts, right? So the moral.
No, they're talking about moral oughts, not me.
You brought it up.
Yeah. What does should mean?
It's an ought again.
Yeah.
Andrew,
okay. Well, then they're talking about oughts.
I'm smarter than you.
Well, you don't sound like you're very smart.
Stop talking. The moral ought is a harm reduction, right?
You stop talking.
No,
you stop talking.
The moral ought is a harm reduction.
Stop muting my mic like a douchebag.
The moral ought.
Stop muting me. You're spurging. You're spurging. You're spurging.
Andrew,
yeah, he's a white supremacist, white nationalist.
I'm a what?
You're
what?
A white supremacist
Prove it.
And a white nationalist.
Prove it.
You have a
Prove
podcast.
it.
You have a podcast, Andrew.
Prove it. Prove it. Prove it.
Prove that everything you say
Andrew,
is
you're
white
40.
nationalist.
Are you going to give me the
What
proof?
you say
Proof?
is white nationalist.
Prove it.
You speaking is the proof.
Oh, okay. Well, you're a kid diddler. I can just make assertions then, just like you. You're a kid diddler.
No, you have admitted to being a white nationalist.
Never. It's never happened. You just made that up. Show the proof.
Oh my God. Okay, fine.
Yeah, you made it up.
Again.
You lied.
No, stop. Andrew, are we going to have a conversation or are you going to just be weird?
Yeah, I'd love to have a convo, but don't make ridiculous claims.
Harm reduction.
Yeah, I understand that that's the principle.
Moral ought is a harm reduction. Great.
Yeah, that's your principle for a moral ought is harm reduction. I understand that, but I don't agree with that principle of harm reduction.
What harm calculus
So
have you
what's the
done?
actual argument here?
What harm calculus have you done?
I'm sorry, harm like the hedonic calculus?
Yeah, what harm calculus have you done?
Nobody can calculate harm that way. It's not even possible. That's why I have a problem with the principle.
Great. So you're saying that harm cannot be known. You cannot know if you're doing harm.
Yeah, well, it depends on what you're considering harm to be. So if we start with this presupposition that harm bad, then you have a subjective metric for what harm is, and so does Guy B. So how do I make the determination as to what harm is? Right.
Hang on, everything is subjective.
Yeah, I understand from your viewpoint it is.
So
yeah.
I'm not claiming that the harm reduction is an objective claim. I'm not even claiming that a harm calculus can be objective, because nothing is objective.
Okay.
What I'm saying is that there is provable harm reduction when teaching LGBTQ issues to younger people.
Okay, so let's go with that. I'm willing to grant that that could be true. My question, though, becomes then, what about the harm reduction to the people who don't want it anywhere around them? Why do they not matter? Why do we only go with your version of what reduces harm for this group? Let me finish the question. No, of course not. Okay.
When I already know the question, I'm going to say the answer before you finish
Really
it.
funny how I let all of you talk.
Wait, I just got here. So we have to take into consideration of their position. So this is going to be problematic in some ways because we don't actually know how they're going to feel on the matter. So I would just basically ask you, what is your objection?
Yeah, so my objection would be that you have different viewpoints which do not accept LGBTQ as being moral. And I think that if you kind of are forcing this type of acceptance, or you're trying to push them towards that kind of acceptance, that actually creates a different type of harm. And I can give you a good example in real time. So I believe that Christians, for instance, when you're talking about the T issue, and you ask them to use different gender forms, that from their perspective, you're asking them to lie. And I think that would cause them great harm.
True.
Hang on,
Andrew,
you're not even going to let me finish, of course. Go ahead.
No, because I have something to say. Right?
Of course. Even though I was almost done.
No, not really. You never stop speaking. Andrew, was Jesus Jewish?
Yeah.
Great. How many genders are in the Talmud?
Which debate?
I'm sorry, what?
Which debate? The Talmud is a book of rabbinic debates. Which debate are you referring to?
How many genders are referred to in the Talmud?
It depends on the debate.
It doesn't matter. The entirety of it.
It depends on the debate. There's no consensus on this within the Talmud.
Yes, there is.
Okay, well then show it to me. Show me the consensus in the Talmud.
Yeah, great. Jewish scholars have always stated that there is at least 8 genders or 6, depending on how you count.
No, they haven't.
So Jesus himself, yes, they have.
Then
Jesus
prove
himself, as a practicing rabbi, Jesus himself would have preached that there are more than 2 genders.
No, he not only did he not preach that, but on top of that, what you're talking about, the Talmud itself, is a grouping of rabbinic debates which happened over hundreds and hundreds of years. And the thing about Noahide laws is that they're constantly and ever-changing based on the presuppositions of the nature of God. So no, there's not a fixed set of genders. It's still argued about to this day.
Right, but are there more than 2 in the Talmud?
No. The Orthodox Jews don't believe so. Orthodox Jews don't believe so, and they follow the Talmud.
Okay, so we have to go by what you think Jesus taught from the Talmud. That's what we have to go on.
Okay, so what if some of these Talmudic debates that you're referencing happened after Jesus Christ's life?
Fine, he was still Jewish.
Okay, but
So
but that would
still apply
defeat
after
so
death.
so that would defeat your argument though that he would have to have been preaching that,
No,
right?
he would still be Jewish.
What would that have to do with anything? What if this was not established until AD in the Talmud?
Again, he would still be Jewish. He still would have to follow those laws after they changed.
Yeah, but they're not laws. That's the problem.
Again,
Like you just you don't
why?
really have an understanding of how the Noahide law works within the Jewish
No, again,
tradition.
I know more than you. Again,
If you know more
why
than me, then
do
how
we
come you
have
don't
to-
know that there is no firm affixed set under Jewish law of gender? There isn't. The Orthodox Jews believe there's only two genders, male, female. That's it.
Okay.
Why?
So, wait, hold on. Is it okay if I continue back my conversation with Andrew? So, can you reiterate your position again?
Yeah, so I was looking at this from the harm reductionist principle. So if the harm reductionist principle is what we're after, then I would contend that there are a bunch of people out there who are Christians, for instance, or other religions, where LGBTQ ideology, for instance, let's take T, for instance, here, and the gender pronouns. If they feel compelled to do that, then what you're asking them to do from their perspective is lie. How does that reduce harm and not increase harm in them?
Wait, how
Wait,
does it make
wait,
harm?
Wait. Hello. Hold on a second. I think I got this. So first and foremost, I think you have to establish what ideology means, or at least give a definition. So, do you have one?
Yeah, like just a set of beliefs in which you follow.
Right. So, and then you said gender pronouns. You do know that everyone uses them colloquially in the third person sense, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. So it's not necessarily as you are suspecting it to be, not an ideology based on like the definition or like the description you gave.
No, I think
Um,
it would follow. So you would agree that there has been a change over the last 30 years in which pronouns are now used in the commons versus which are not, right? So that's definitely an ideology which is being followed because it's a
That's
person's set
not
of beliefs.
indicative.
It's a person's set of beliefs why they want to be called A, B, or C, right?
No, which one is
No,
new?
those are
Which one is-
called. Wait, hold on. This is going to be like being desired and no, like to be gendered in this specific way. I don't really think that's a quote unquote ideology. It's not stemming from a socio and political belief systems. So this is going to be like an inaccurate description,
Why would it be inaccurate?
just based on I just explained it to you. So,
Yeah, but
yes,
that doesn't. I don't think that argument follows though, because if you were to ask a person 30 years ago to call another person they them in the personal context, they wouldn't do it. They'd say, "I'm going over to their house." That's true, but they wouldn't go over and they would say he. They wouldn't say they. That's not what they would
yourself.
say.
Wait, stop.
Mhm.
That depends on the context or who the person is in question. So in order to form a conclusion, you have to take into consideration of who the person is going to be in reference to. If you're talking about the usage of they them, it can also just be applied to singular usages as well. It doesn't just mean multiple people.
No, again, when I actually just made that point. I'm saying that people's personal references to other people generally went around Mr., Mrs., he and she in a personal context, not usually they or them. And if they did, it definitely
Andrew.
wasn't to assign it to a gender.
Appeal to tradition.
Wait, no, yeah, that would
No,
be
I'm not
a-
appealing to tradition. I'm talking about
hang
ideology
on,
now,
hang
which
on
is
one
which
second.
is tradition.
Wait,
Hang on
no.
one second. Hold on 1 second.
Sure,
Andrew, do you have a YouTube channel called The Crucible?
I do.
Are you streaming right now?
Yeah, is that a problem?
Yeah,
Why?
Because you're a white
because you're doing this content.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, because you just be going against everyone else's wishes, and you're not given the informed consent that you be streaming.
Yeah, no, wait.
live.
It's
Or
wait.
broadcast.
This is
Look, there it
fair
is right
use.
here.
This is public content. I don't need informed consent. That's crazy.
Technically from us, because if you're publishing on your own page, then yes.
Yeah, it's fair use. I mean, you're on a public forum. Why shouldn't I be able to stream it?
Actually, due to TOS of TikTok, you can't be streaming on a separate platform.
That's not true.
It was.
Not only is
They
it
might have
not
changed it,
true,
but it
but
was.
you're on a public platform. I'm on a public platform. It's totally fair use. You're
I don't think
streaming
that's what public
You're streaming
platform
publicly. There's no reason why I shouldn't also be able to stream publicly. That would make no sense.
That's not
No,
true.
there's
You
a
know that
difference
if
in
you're making
terms.
profit off of people, they could they could civilly sue you for having their image and their likeness.
No, they can't sue you
in
for
any
fair
way form.
use.
They
No,
can.
it just depends
And
on the platform.
this site
No.
has a specific TOS that says that you can't be streaming from other
No, it doesn't.
and you should know that.
You can multi-stream to multiple sites while you're on TikTok. What are you talking about?
That's not true.
It is
What the
true.
fuck?
No,
I do it all the
technically
time.
would be true.
They gave me a
TikTok's
stream
live in
key
the
for a
structure
reason.
PC doesn't even allow for that.
Hello. Technically,
They have a TikTok has a separate live studio function. They don't even allow for that. So you're just straight up lying.
No, you can stream to TikTok and multiple platforms at the same time. That's why they give you a stream key, so that you can do that.
Anyway,
Not with the current live studio. No.
Yes, with the current live studio, yes.
you guys